Hi everyone. So I wanted to show you guys how to make my favorite dish, which is a tom yum soup. And some of you have asked me to uh, do the recipe, share the recipe with you guys. But uh, I usually, when I'm making anything, I just eyeball everything. So I don't have any measurements that I kind of go by, but just kind of play with what I add, how much I add, and things like that. So the best way to do it is to show you how I do it. So here are the basic stuff you need for your tom yum soup. This is the main ingredient, which is a tom yum instant hot and sour paste. You can get this, all this stuff pretty much you can get at a Asian store. This you want to get grab a jar of this, and this will last you for a while. I mean, we go through them. The second ingredient is chicken broth. You can use as much as you like, depending on how much, what's the quantity and how much you're making. So that this is lemongrass, and you can get a couple of these, or a few stocks of these at well, I get everything at an Asian store, so you can get them there. You need a tomato, or maybe two, depending again how much you're making. Lime, some mushrooms. I vary on the mushrooms. There's button mushrooms you can use. There's straw mushrooms and different things. Ginger root, ginger, half an onion. This is what they call is a lime or lemon leaves. You can get them at a again at, at an Asian store. The other things, if you want to add chili, you can get some Thai chili. This stuff, and the other thing I have is pure palm sugar. This stuff's really good. It tastes good. It's healthier and it's better than regular sugar. But you can, if you don't have this, you can just use regular sugar. It's no big deal. So let me show you how I go about this. I'll cut up stuff and share it with you. Again, also, one more ingredient is chicken. Chicken breast thinly sliced. I have some, and I have to defrost them, so I'll add them in a little bit. But I'll cut up everything and show you how things are done. All right. Okay, so I've got the chicken stock in a couple of water, a couple of cups of water, mixed and boiling in here. I also cooked up some chicken on the side um, to go in the soup. Okay, so I'm gonna add the ingredients one by one here. Um, so I have the tomatoes here. Actually, let's start with the paste. So the paste kind of looks like this, and I kind of eyeball it. Really, I usually go with that much, a couple spoons of that. You can add them as you go, so that should be okay. And I'm just gonna stir it in. I'm gonna start bringing this to boil. Okay, so I'm gonna add also one more thing here. I'm gonna start the plum sugar. So I got two of these that I want to throw in because it kind of takes a while to kind of melt. And they're really hard to. You can crush them if you can, but I just throw them in there. A couple of things I add here. I have cut up the gingers in thin slices, so I throw them in there. The lemongrass stalk are I took the outer peel. You can peel the outside of the lemongrass and cut them up in pieces like that. I add these first, so they get soft as I boil them. The more lemongrass you add, the more flavorful, the more flavor you get. And onions are gonna go in there. I add the tomato at the end or halfway through because I don't want them to kind of get too soft. And just gonna throw in some of these mushrooms in there too. Again, I talked about these lemon leaves. They're really good. They're good. I mean, the, the smell of this thing is so good. You can buy these and like freeze them. That's what I usually do. I use some of these and then throw a couple of these in. You don't want too many of them, but and that's about it. I'm just gonna bring them to a boil here and keep cooking them for like about half an hour, and then simmer it for another half. So I'm gonna add some of this chicken in there. All right, let this cook for half hour or so. Okay, so I've had this soup. It's been boiling for like about 20 minutes. I had it covered and simmered, on medium heat. So I'm gonna add a few things to this now, which is some tomatoes. It's up to you how much you want to add. I add almost one, depending on the size. Also, you can pretty much stop here. You want to taste it. If you want to add salt, you can. You can make it sweeter by adding some more plum sugar. I did add one more. I initially added two, but I added one more of those round plum sugar ball. Now you can stop here, and this is perfect the way it is, and let it kind of cook, simmer for another 20 minutes or so. But what I do is I add a small can of coconut milk because we like our soup kind of a little bit more creamier. So I'll just go ahead and add a small can of this. I'll turn up the heat a little bit more. So this is a small can of coconut milk. Let me see if you can see this here. You can get this at the Asian store also. So that's pretty much it for the soup. You just let it cook and simmer for another 20 to half an hour, depending, how soon you want to have. I also add a couple of those Thai chilies that I showed you earlier. So I take the seeds out and I cut them in half. I cut them in half, then take the seeds out and throw them in there. And when I put it on the plate, I serve it over some cooked jasmine rice. And that's about it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.